skies over Los Angeles glow an apocalyptic orange, while thousands of miles away, snow blankets the Gulf Coast in a once-in-a-lifetime winter storm. What's happening to our planet? And why does it feel like nature's wrath is unraveling before our eyes? Wildfires are raging in Southern California, consuming homes and forcing 30,000 people to flee. The HOAX fire, burning just northwest of Los Angeles, is tearing through the region, driven by ferocious winds. Yet just as we try to comprehend the scale of destruction there, in Florida, record-breaking snowfall is paralyzing a region utterly unprepared for winter. It's a contrast so stark it almost seems surreal. But these two disasters, fire and ice, are not isolated. They're deeply connected. At the heart of this chaos lies one undeniable force: climate change. But what's causing these extreme events to escalate, and why are they happening now? In California, years of drought have left the landscape brittle and dry, creating the perfect fuel for wildfires. Add to this powerful Santa Ana winds, and the flames become unstoppable. The HOAX fire is spreading faster than anyone anticipated, engulfing steep terrains that firefighters struggle to access. But the Gulf Coast winter storm is just as unnatural. Florida, a state known for sunshine and beaches, has been brought to a standstill by snowfall levels that haven't been seen in over a century. Highways are frozen, airports have shut down, lives have been lost. So how do these extreme opposites connect? The answer lies in the planet's rapidly changing climate systems. Scientists describe it like this. Imagine Earth's atmosphere as a delicate web, balancing heat and cold, dry and wet, stable and stormy. When you add greenhouse gases to the mix, trapping heat in the atmosphere, you disrupt this balance. Here's where it gets even more alarming. Warming oceans and melting polar ice are destabilizing weather patterns around the globe. In California, the rising temperatures mean drier seasons, turning forests into tinderboxes. Meanwhile, the Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current, is weakening, allowing cold Arctic air to plunge further south than ever before. It's like nature is flipping a coin, and both sides are devastating. We hear a lot about global temperature rise, but some places feel too cold and some too hot. Shouldn't all of them be hotter? Not really. So what does it actually mean? Global temperature refers to the average surface temperature of Earth, calculated by combining temperature measurements from land, sea, and air across the planet. When we say global temperature is rising, it means this average is increasing over time, indicating that the Earth's climate is warming. The pre-industrial average global temperature is used as a baseline, and scientists warn that keeping the rise below 1.5 degrees Celsius, 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit, is critical to avoid catastrophic consequences. Currently, the global temperature has already risen by approximately 1.2 degrees Celsius, 2.2 degrees Fahrenheit, above pre-industrial levels, putting us dangerously close to this threshold. If temperatures rise beyond 2 degrees Celsius, 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit, we risk crossing a point of no return, where feedback loops, such as melting ice releasing more greenhouse gases, could trigger uncontrollable warming. This would lead to severe consequences, including widespread ecosystem collapse, more frequent and extreme weather disasters, and irreversible impacts on human and animal life. But what makes this story even more unsettling is how unprepared we are to face it. Los Angeles is choking on ash as the fires rage on. Residents are fleeing with little more than the clothes on their backs. And in Florida, communities that have never seen snow are struggling to keep people safe on roads coated in ice. Despite the overwhelming evidence of climate change, there are still those who deny its impact. Shockingly, the United States government has stepped back from global efforts to combat the crisis. The Trump administration's decision to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement was a major blow to international unity against global warming.
I'm immediately withdrawing from the unfair, one-sided Paris Climate Accord ripoff.
It will still take 1 year for the U.S. to leave.
Withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty.
The current U.S. administration, led by President Donald Trump, has shown a lack of concern regarding global warming.
something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it.
Withdrawal from the Paris Agreement places the U.S. alongside countries like Iran, Yemen, and Libya as the only nations not participating in this critical climate accord. The administration's stance is further emphasized by Trump's characterization of climate change as a hoax, dismissing its man-made origins. So, where does that leave us? Let's think about the bigger picture. This year's wildfires in California have already burned more acreage than ever before. These aren't just statistics, they're entire ecosystems being destroyed. Families are losing their homes. Wildlife is vanishing. Meanwhile, the Gulf Coast's winter storm is a chilling reminder, pun intended, of how unprepared many regions are for the unexpected. Imagine living your whole life without snow tires or insulated homes, only to wake up one morning trapped in a winter wonderland that feels more like a nightmare. The consequences of these events aren't just immediate, they're long-term. Crops fail, infrastructure crumbles, insurance costs skyrocket, lives are forever changed. But there's still hope. We can take action, starting today. Reducing emissions, transitioning to renewable energy, and holding leaders accountable can change the trajectory we're on. The real question is, will we? Drop a comment below and let us know. Do you think the U.S. is doing enough to combat climate change? What solutions do you think we need? And if you found this video insightful, share it with others to keep this conversation spread like wildfire. Because the moment is now to wake up, or we might not wake up to see another tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. This is just the beginning of our journey to uncover the hidden truths about the challenges our planet faces. Together, we can spark the change the world desperately needs. Thank you for watching.